What if the reason feeding your dog feels so confusing isn't because you're doing it wrong, but because the industry profits from you being confused? If you've ever stood in a pet food aisle Googling ingredients and somehow felt worse after researching, this is why. I'm Em, a certified professional canine nutritionist and a dog trainer. And I work with dog parents who feel stuck, overwhelmed, and unsure what their dog actually needs. And if feeding feels heavier than it should, it's not because you don't care, it's because you care so much. And the louder the opinions get, the harder it becomes to feel confident. So today I want to break this down clearly. Not to tell you you've been failing, just to explain why dog food feels so confusing right now and how to make it calmer. Reason number one. Marketing is louder than education. Dog nutrition is one of the loudest, most polarized spaces online. This food is toxic. No, that food is toxic. This is the only safe way. No, that's dangerous. Every brand sounds certain. Every influencer sounds confident. And when you're already tired or worried about your dog, well, certainty feels awfully persuasive. But marketing is designed to create urgency, not clarity. And when urgency replaces clarity, feeding starts to feel heavy and difficult. Reason number two, labels are legally vague. Complete and balanced doesn't mean optimal. It means the food meets minimum nutrient standards. Ingredients can be listed in ways that sound appealing without telling you how fresh they are, how they were processed, or how long they've been sitting in storage. Some kibble bags can sit in warehouses or on trucks for 12 to 18 months before going on a shelf. Fats oxidize, vitamins degrade, quality shifts, but the label doesn't tell you that story. So you're trying to make thoughtful decisions with incomplete information. Of course, that feels confusing. Reason number three, no one teaches you how to read your dog. We're taught to read labels. We're not taught to read digestion or stool quality or skin changes or energy patterns. When Toby kept having pancreatitis flare-ups, I followed every low-fat prescription kibble recommendation perfectly, and he kept getting worse, bloated, vomiting, miserable. One night, he didn't come when I called him for dinner, and that had never happened before. He wasn't refusing food, he was refusing pain. That was the moment I realized the bull wasn't neutral. It was information, and I needed to learn how to read it. That's when I stopped looking for louder opinions and started looking for real understanding. I studied canine nutrition seriously, eventually becoming a certified professional canine nutritionist, not because I wanted a title, but because I needed clarity for my own dogs first. And here's what changed. Feeding stopped being about picking a side. It became more about paying attention. When I adjusted their diet slowly and intentionally, I noticed less inflammation, more consistent digestion, less chaotic energy swings, more comfort in their bodies. Raw wasn't magic, understanding was. Here's the truth. Every feeding method can feel overwhelming if you don't understand your dog's body. Kibble, fresh food, home cooked, raw. The method doesn't create calm. Clarity does. Start asking, how is their digestion? How does their coat look? Are they itchy? Is their energy steady? Is this sustainable for me? You don't need perfection. You need awareness. This week, do a simple bowl audit. Look at your dog's current food and ask, what is the first fat listed? Are the first 5 ingredients mostly meat-based? Does the ingredient list make sense to you, or does it feel like a chemistry class? You don't have to switch foods today, but awareness changes everything. If you want to go deeper, I have one video breaking down common raw feeding myths and another explaining how gut health impacts behavior. Start with whichever feels most relevant for you right now. And if you're even more curious, there's a quiz on reading bag labels in the description. And if this kind of grounded, pressure-free education helps you breathe easier, subscribe, because feeding your dog shouldn't feel like a constant test that you're failing.